Hi, welcome to Gabbing with Girlfriends. And I'm so excited because I'm gabbing with Gabi. I love that. Gabbing with Gabi. Hi, Gabi Hughes. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. Good. You look well.
Thank you for that.
You're
It's fine.
welcome. So how are things? I know you've been spending most of your time with your dad lately.
Yes, I do enjoy my time with him. He's,
He sounds
he's good.
hilarious. He,
He is hilarious. He's super dry,
I
super
so get
unemotional,
where you get,
super like
I so get where you get your sense of
straight.
humor. Some of the things you were telling me last week. Oh my God. Hysterical. We should have him on. He's hysterical.
I know, he's hysterical.
That's nice. And it's nice that you're able to spend time with him. I say that's the best silver lining that happened with COVID is that the whole world gets that people can work remotely. So the
Yes.
blessing that you can go see your dad when you want and still be able to work, right?
And not feel guilty about it.
Yeah, that's even better.
Yeah.
So, but he's good. You're good.
He's
Everybody good.
Everybody's good.
And
No complaints.
where's your husband, on the road or at home?
He's in Germany right now.
That means on the road. That's not home.
And
So
yeah,
that's on the
he's
road.
gone. He's gone, and I'm
Hooray! And when's he home?
not until like the end of June.
No way.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Oh my gosh, are you going over it all?
I might. I'm still trying to figure that out, but
Oh
I
my
might.
gosh.
He's making a record in June in Copenhagen, and I've never been to Copenhagen, so I really would like to try to go there.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
nice. And because
Yeah,
he'll be in the studio, you'll be in the same place. So that's
right. But I can do what I want all day while he works.
perfect. Oh yeah. Oh no, you should do that. You should
Yeah.
totally do that. I wish he was going to be in England because that's where we're going to be. But
Oh yeah.
anyway, because then I could have dragged you over. You could have seen both of us, and that would have been.
I love England too.
I know
You
you.
know, I love it.
I know you do. So, anything new you want to report before we get started?
I have no news. Hit me.
No new headlines are just the news is just too grim to even discuss.
I don't watch it because why would I want to do that to myself?
I get it.
I got my own things I got to deal with. So why would I watch the news? It's too depressing.
Way too depressing. Okay, so moving along, speaking of TV, one of the questions we have is, do you binge watch television shows?
Yes.
So this is me asking this part now. So if you sat down to watch something and it was 6 episodes, so 6 hours, and you loved the first one, how many would you go on to the second one in the same sitting?
Yes.
Because I guess that's what binge watching means, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I would watch it and then like we have shows that we've binge watch, but like maybe there's 6 or 8 or 10 episodes. Obviously, we don't stay up till 3 in the morning watching them all, but we will watch like two or three and then go, oh my God, it's time to go to bed. And then
That's
we'll
what we
get up
do.
the next day and, we'll watch it till we're done and then we find something else.
That's what we do too. And it's so amazing to me that I would never, ever, ever watch a 3 hour movie,
Right.
but I can sit there and watch 3 1 hour episodes. I don't understand the psychology there. I'm sure it's something quite.
I've never thought about that before, but I think it's because of the structure of episodic television versus a movie structure. You're not wrong because I never thought about that either because I'm the same way. I see a movie come up and I'm like, oh, that's 2.5 hours. I can't commit to
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
which is so stupid. I could just stop and then start it again.
yeah.
I think it must be in the way they structure episodic TV because a lot of it leaves you with a cliffhanger and then you have to come back to the next episode to resolve that. And then it leaves you with another. You know what I mean? Whereas a movie is more like a novel, whereas TV is more like a short story. So in the novel, you may not get to the climax until the very end or the middle.
You're so clever. That's exactly why I
So I think that's the difference.
totally the difference. Very clever. That wasn't a test. I just never would have thought.
I never thought about it till
You
now.
got it. Is there anything fun you're watching at the moment?
Oh, well, it's not fun, but it sure was like disturbing and interesting. It's 3 episodes. It's called American Nightmare on Netflix, and it was about a woman who was kidnapped. And I won't say more because I think if you know about it, it will ruin, the story. You know what I mean? We went into it knowing nothing, and it was like, wow. So, yeah.
Okay, well, that's a good one. Another disturbing one that we just watched was Baby Reindeer on Netflix, which is
Ooh,
it's based on fact. The acting in it, it's so disturbing. It's really sad, kind of.
okay.
Well, that doesn't make
Yeah.
sense. Really sad, kind of. It's sad, but
Oh,
it's the acting was so amazing that
okay.
like somebody we both know couldn't make it through the first episode. It really bothered her that much.
Okay.
But
Okay. I'm gonna have to check it out. Well, American Nightmare is not scripted. It's a documentary about a real event, interviewing the real people, and it's really
another
something
one of
else.
those that we just watched, maybe it was 4 episodes. Again, Netflix was Buried Truth.
Oh, I haven't heard about that.
No, look that up. It's about
I'm writing it down right now.
An Indian woman, and it happened not that long ago where she was suspected, big medium mogul, her husband terribly wealthy, and she was suspected of murder. And I'm not saying anything else, but it's a good one.
Okay, good. I'll check that out.
And did I already ask you if you watched Drops of God?
Yes, and I have not.
Okay, you should.
I'm writing that down now.
Okay. Okay.
Otherwise, I won't remember.
No, me too. I write down everything.
I always have a notepad and paper. Otherwise, I'm not going to remember anything.
And do you use a real notepad and paper? Do you use your computer? Oh, me too. I do that too. But if I'm out somewhere and I don't have pad and paper, I'll use my phone, but then
Me too.
I transfer.
Yeah.
What is your favorite month of the year and why?
Oh, gosh.
That's hard.
That's hard because I really like spring months because I like all the flowers and bees and like everything's coming back again after winter. So spring always smells
You
really
being a
good.
gardener.
And I like fall because I just like the change. If you live in a place where the leaves change, that's really, really pretty. And it's cooling down a little bit from summer. And I think those are two really nice times of year. I like all of them. I mean, I can't complain because if I'm missing one, it means I'm dead. And so I like all of them.
I really like, I don't know that I have a favorite, but if I had to say I had a favorite, I'd probably say June because that's the start of summer and it's like the kids get out of school, which isn't great for some people, but having grandkids, it's great for me. I don't know. It just seems like I do more in June than any other time.
Yeah. It's just starting to get warm and it feels good on your body. You know what I mean? June is a great month.
Yeah. If it feels good on your body, it helps your head, right?
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Okay. If you're having guests, do you cook or order in?
Um, it depends on what we're doing during the day because I will do both. I've done both. It just really depends on if we're going out during the day, what time are we getting home? You know what I mean? It just depends on my activities that are going on.
But if it's just leisure and you just have all the time in the world, are
Then I
you
just cook at home.
because you're a confident cook?
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
And the people that are visiting me are my friends. So it's not like
Yeah.
if I'm entertaining, one of the royals, I'm going to figure out something better than, what I might feed one of my friends.
Um, I don't really like I don't like dinner parties anyway. I don't like going to them. Anything more than 6 people freak me out, and God knows you won't get my husband there if it's more than 6 people. So if I had a cook for do you know what? I started to say if I had to cook for a lot of people, I'd probably rather order in, but I think I do better cooking for a lot of people because I think that I like having that selection. And I think if I had 10 people, then I'd probably want to, I need a good vegan dish, a good veggie dish, a good whatever dish. And I think I like that because
I think it's easier to cook for a lot of people.
yeah,
It's really easy because you can just get a recipe, make a dish, and it's big, and you put it in the oven. Like, it's easier
yeah, I
sometimes
like that. No,
to cook for a lot of people than just one other person.
I think that's going to be my answer. Cook.
Hmm. Yeah, cook.
Okay. What is the best diet for a healthy lifestyle?
I would say Mediterranean.
Well, that's a
I
fact.
think I think that's been proven.
Yeah.
So,
Blue
yeah.
zone, green zone. What is it? Blue zone. Yeah.
I mean, eat your spinach.
Yeah. No, Mediterranean. They do.
Like Popeye. Remember, Popeye ate
Yes.
his
Yes.
spinach.
Yep. Isn't that funny how many years ago that was? And they knew then that spinach was good for you?
That's
But I
right.
can't stand it.
Oh,
Blech.
I love it. I love it. I just got a big old batch today I'm going to eat.
When you make a smoothie, do you put spinach in it?
I don't make smoothies.
Oh, I do, but I can't drink green drinks. I just can't.
I I love green drinks, but if I buy one, but I don't make
Mm.
them. I don't make them.
Okay. What is the healthiest thing for graceful aging?
Well, beyond the Mediterranean diet, I think it's got to be your headspace because, if you're a miserable wretch, that's going to be
Don't name names here.
projected. If you're going to be a miserable old wretch, then you're going to be miserable. So I
And
don't know.
old.
Put on a happy face, even if you're not happy. Pretend you are, and it might actually, catch.
But you know what? It's laughter. I think laughter is the healthiest thing for your mind, and I think it keeps you young.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, all of that. Happiness is a choice, and it's going to, if you, I don't know. I can understand where you might have things going on in your life that are really bad, and that's going to show up on you physically. And sometimes you can't control that. But I'm just saying, in
Yeah,
general,
me too.
if you're just a normal person, just try to be happy.
I'm
Have some
94.
laughs.
I'm 94, but I laugh a lot, and I think it shows. I think. Okay, when making the decision for healthier lifestyle, would you recommend purging the kitchen from unhealthy items or just use up what you have and stop buying it?
Okay, to me, that is fucking hilarious. Like, okay, so I'm gonna live a healthy lifestyle, but first I'm gonna eat all this shit in my kitchen, and then I'm gonna start. Like, you know what? Do what you want. I say throw it all out and start anew. Glenn left the other day and he left a bag of potato chips here. I threw them in the trash because I don't want to eat them. So, if you want to eat all the crap and then start, I guess it's kind of like, having that last drink or that last, hit a China White
Cigarette,
before you go to rehab.
the
You know
last
what I
cigarette
mean?
before
Like,
you quit.
how badly do you want it?
I think I'm too cheap. I'd have to quickly eat the potato chips and then throw them away. Waste not.
Yeah.
Okay, what are your thoughts about all the new weight loss drugs, shots that a lot of people seem to be trying?
Well, I don't know. I feel like people have always been looking for a way to like get thin or look different. I mean, I can remember back a long time ago, you'd see women on those machines that had like a belt and they shook you, remember? Like, I don't know what the point of that was, but it was supposed to help you and make you thin. There's always been some sort of thing or gimmick or pill. I know in a lot of pills in the 70s and 80s, it was basically speed, to lose weight. So I think that kind of thing has always been around because I think it's hard. I think it's really hard for people to like get their body to where they want it to be while at the same time eating what they need to eat or exercising, to get there. And then they see their body change through time. I get it. That's what's going on there. So I don't know if I have an opinion about it. If it's unhealthy for you, you probably shouldn't do it. I think the only way you can really keep your weight where you want it to be is to count calories. I don't know if I have an opinion about it being good or bad because I actually don't know a lot about it. I know that there are side effects, so I think you have to weigh that. This Ozempic thing, I've heard now there's another drug coming out that's supposed to be better than Ozempic for losing weight, but I don't know what it's called or anything about it. Yeah, it's called meth. Yeah,
I'm all for it. I think anything anybody wants to do to make themselves feel better,
yeah.
they should do it. But I think that ultimately there has to be some kind of side effect. Well, there are side effects, but there has to
There are
be.
side effects.
There's
Yeah.
just just doesn't seem like enough people. If we're talking Ozempic here, it just doesn't seem like enough people have been doing it long enough to know what the ultimate eventual.
What the side effect long term is going to be. And you know what? If
Yeah,
you
that's
want
the
to
word.
take that risk, if you want to take that risk,
Go for it.
because go for it. If the short term is more important to you than what may happen later on, that's your choice. Like, I don't care. Do what you want, you
Okay,
know?
here's one that is kind of tough. What do we do when we choose to stop drinking and people in our life judge us or make remarks? See, I've never had that because I've never drank, so I never stopped drinking. But I did spend my whole life people saying, "You don't drink? Why? Are you in recovery, or do you have religious beliefs that keep you from drinking?" So I've had that my whole life. That people either nobody could just accept, "I don't drink. No, thanks. I'll have a 7 Up." I've never had a 7 Up in my life either. I don't know why I just
I
said that, but
I think people ask you that because it's such maybe not something they normally encounter, simply because if you think about it, alcohol is everywhere. It's in the grocery store. If you go out to a restaurant. I mean, it's everywhere. And a lot of people do it, me included. So nobody's ever asked me that question. Now, I've had girlfriends. I know a lot of people who don't drink, by the way. And I know why they don't drink. So I never ask them why they don't drink because I already know it. My husband doesn't drink. I think if somebody says that to you when you've decided not to drink, you can just say, I don't want to drink. I mean, I would just say, I don't feel like it.
yeah.
Maybe they're asking you because they really are curious because they don't know anyone who's sober and they just want to find out about it. To me, I don't think it's really insulting unless, but like I said, I've never been asked that because I drink. So if I was
I
not
don't,
drinking, maybe I would be insulted by them asking me that.
yeah, I don't know that I ever felt insulted. I just thought it was unnecessary. Like, I
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
like
get it.
saying,
Period. The end.
why don't you eat peanuts?
Yeah,
Well, do I have to tell you I'm allergic?
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. It's crazy. This person says, "I believe in astrology and manifesting. You believe manifestation isn't real? What are your thoughts on the subject?" I don't really know what it
Well,
means.
I'm not really sure I know what it means unless you're talking about like manifesting as in thinking about something and
Until
like
you get it.
until you get it.
Why isn't that the
I've
same as obsessing?
well, because obsessing, you're not really getting anything except going in a circle and driving yourself crazy. However, to me, manifesting, I'm not sure that I understand how thinking about something gets me what I want. For example, if I'm unemployed and I lay on the couch and watch TV and think about the job I could have, I'm never going to get it unless I actually print out my resume and actively pursue an interview.
Okay.
So I don't know
No,
if
no, no,
manifestation means just lying around thinking about it or
no.
actually making it happen.
No, it means turn in your resume and then you get the interview and they like you, but they're interviewing 5 other people. So then you manifest actually getting the job. I think that's what it means.
Oh,
I
I
think
don't really understand that.
so you don't
I
believe in it. See, to me it's
I don't
obsessing.
think it's something to believe or not believe. It's just I don't get it.
Yeah. To me, it's obsessing. If I interviewed for a job, I would be obsessing and obsessing and obsessing until I got it. So
Yeah,
that's man.
I guess.
That's man.
I guess I just don't understand it.
Hmm.
Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
Hmm. Okay, how can we set an example for moving
I'm
right
sorry. I
on?
just
No, me neither. Me neither, really.
yeah.
How can we set an example for others with our healthy eating without coming off as lecturing them or being better than them? Is this even possible? It is, because I think most, for example, vegans I know don't tell somebody they have to be a vegan, or they have to, they
Correct.
send a video as to what happens in a slaughterhouse to their meat eating friends. But but like my husband did to everybody once in his life. But I think that, yeah, you don't have to, uh,
You lead by example. You just do it,
yeah,
right?
that's what I
And
think.
when they say, "Gosh, your skin looks so good. Why is that?" And you say, "Because I eat a plant-based diet."
Hmm, there you go. Do you think there's too much normalizing of Botox, injectables, surgery, or is society right to destigmatize it?
Look, I think it's kind of touching on what we talked about a minute ago. Like, it's your body. You can do whatever you want. I think, like, because I don't care. You can
Yeah.
do whatever you
So,
want.
yeah, so
However,
society's
I
right, I
think
think.
I think the question is really if you feel like you need to do it for a reason because you think you aren't good enough or pretty enough or something, when in fact that's not true, because then getting the work done may never actually solve the problem for you. Do you know what I mean? I think the real question to ask is there something else going on that makes you think you're not okay? The other thing is, I always get bummed out. I think I've told you this before. When I see young girls in their 20s and everybody looks the same, it's like they're getting doctored at 20 or 30 when they're young and beautiful anyway.
They think it's
To
preventative. They think it's
Yeah,
preventative.
and
That's
that's
wrong.
something that the people that do that have told them, "Oh, you got to start now. It's preventative, so they can make money." Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
don't have a line on your face because you're gorgeous because you're 27.
yeah.
Okay?
No, I'm with
Talk
you.
to me when you're 57 and then you can take my money.
Yeah,
But
no, I'm totally with you. I
they
don't
should
think
be putting that money in their 401k or you saving it up and then using it when they're 60 years old. But I think that is bullshit, telling 20-year-olds that they need work done.
Yeah, me too. And seriously, I think there should be an ethics committee that tells doctors that, or practitioners, whoever, that if somebody comes in that under the age of 30 that does not need it, sometimes you may have something malformed or whatever, and you do
Yeah,
need something, but to see a young, young girl without a line on her face get Botox for no reason is just hideous.
crazy.
And that doctor
Crazy.
should get in trouble for that, because
Yeah.
it is just
They're just
clearly.
it's robbery. They're robbing you. They're robbing.
Yeah. Yep. Well, here's the question, but we don't know the answer, but I'm going to say it anyway because it has to do with the previous question. How do you manifest, because we talked about manifestation, positivity in a toxic work environment? See, that's where I think manifestation does come into effect and is real.
Well, I don't really understand what that means. I think if you're in a toxic work environment, and I have been in them, there's different types of toxicity. I'm not talking about the sexual harassment part. That's totally different, and it's not legal, and you need to like deal with that. But just being with someone in the office who is negative can lead other people to be negative or take on negative thoughts that may even not be real or something they never thought about. That to me is not cool. And I'm at a point in my life where I would be comfortable enough taking a fellow employee aside and say, "Hey, that stuff that you were saying, you're going to get other people down with that. That's maybe if you have a problem with this or so and so, you need to talk to someone who can actually solve the problem, but don't sit around the water cooler and make a bunch of other people feel terrible." I have the confidence to deliver that message in a way where I could come across helpful and like I'm actually trying to help them.
Oh, that's good.
Because I am.
Yeah.
Because one day management's going to find out and they're going to go, they're troubled, get them out.
Yeah. I like that. Okay. As we age, what motivates you to stay curious?
Oh my goodness. Okay, first of all, I think as human beings we're curious, right? Otherwise we'd still live in caves and we'd never solve any problems or figure anything out. If you're not curious, you are a
You're not
boring
alive.
person.
You're not alive.
Get your recliner in your pipe and just settle in, because that's what that means to me. Curiosity, I mean, I don't know what other people think that means, but to me, that's everything. Read a book, watch a documentary, go for a walk, look at something you're interested in. Go to the library. If you don't have any money, that's okay. Do you know how many books I've checked out of the library in my life about something I was interested in? That's curiosity. If you're not a curious person, I don't really
Yeah,
know
me neither.
what you would do all day
Yeah,
except bore the crap out of everyone around you.
that's just life. To me, curiosity is just like breathing. It's just life.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you believe in astrology?
Once again, this is me, the non-believer in just about everything but Mother Nature. I think astrology is interesting and fun. I remember being a teenager and, learning about it and, I'm a Sag and my sister's a Libra and all that kind of stuff is kind of fun, and reading your horoscope. But do I believe in it? I'm not so sure. I think it's a fun thing. I think it's a fun thing.
I think it's quite, I always say I don't believe in it. But then when somebody sends me my horoscope, like I'd never just read it. If somebody sends me my horoscope or something, I read it. And probably 85% of the time, it's pretty spot on.
Yeah,
And so it means I really should believe in it. It's kind of like if it's real, then you believe in it. But I think there's enough there for me to believe in. I just couldn't imagine me following it.
exactly. I think my personality is described well with my sign,
Me
but
too.
am I gonna do my chart and look all that stuff up and read my horoscope every day? Nope.
Yeah.
Don't
Same.
have time for that. I don't have time for that. I'm not curious enough. Get it?
And we're both, haha. And we're both Sagittarians. And I feel exactly the same way. So see,
Yeah.
it means something. Okay, I think I'm out of questions.
Wow.
Loads more, but I think that may have done it. I don't think I have any more curiosity today. I think that I have nothing else to ask you because I've asked you about everything. So unless you have anything specific that you want to know about me, oh no, we're talking about Saturday, seeing each other Saturday. I'm excited. I'm excited to see you, and I think
Yeah.
it's going to be good
I'm
fun.
excited to see you tomorrow, and I plan
And we
on
know what
doing
elevated.
my elevated cocktail
Yes, that means
attire.
makeup, extra jewelry, and then we're elevated. So that'll be fun. We'll have some. I'm sure we're going to have some fun stories for following that event because it's great people watching, and yeah, I think it's going to be a fun night. So okay, should we say goodbye and go eat lunch?
Goodbye.
Bye, my dear. I'll see you Saturday. Thank you very much,
See
and
you.
that's it. Thanks for joining.
Thanks so much for tuning in today, and be sure to follow Gabbing with Girlfriends on here so you never miss an episode. You can also find us on social media for more fun and in-depth conversations. Thank you.